Okay, as you can see by the title, I blew my funded in pretty much 4 days. So the reason for this is simply because I got so excited, man. I finally passed a challenge and I just jumped the gun, I'm supposed to be patient. I'm supposed to wait for these A plus setups, but I was just so hyped to try to get some trades in. So on Monday, the account was finally live. It was a no news Monday, and I knew I shouldn't have been trading on a no news Monday, but I saw a couple of decent setups. I got burnt on those setups. I knew I shouldn't have been trading, but I gave it a whack anyway. I'm disappointed in myself, but at the same time, I remain calm. I am taking this as a learning lesson. It's just simply a wake up call that I need to be more patient. Like Spen and I will back test and we'll back test nonstop. And we'll go 5 or 6 days sometimes without taking a trade. So that should be the proof in the pudding for me that you don't need to trade every single day. And Monday with no news is a perfect example of that. So this was the first day I had the funded account here, and I just got burnt, man. I got burnt. I lost about 3% on Monday, and of course that's going to discourage you a little bit. So it was just downhill from there. This was looking at the charts here, we had equal highs on Monday. We swept these lows here, and then I tried to take this trade on this candle close to these equal highs, reversed, and this was a massive loss here. This was market open. So this was about a $700 loss right off the bat, about 1.5%. And again, that's one of my rules. That's one of my rules is don't trade the first 5 minutes of market open just because it's too volatile, and I'm not willing to deal with that type of volatility. I like to let the smoke clear and wait for clear setups, maybe 10 or 15 minutes into market open. So this was the first trade that absolutely got me. I was about to say something else, but so this was the first trade that got me. The second trade, and you know what? I don't regret taking this trade other than the fact that it was Monday, but this trade to me looked very clean. We still had these equal highs above. We had this 2 minute, it's the highest gap. It's not on the 3, so we have this 2 minute gap. We get a sweep of liquidity, so we take out all these lows down here. You could argue that this is some sort of form of low resistance liquidity. So we take these lows out, and then we inverse this 2 minute gap, and again we have these highs as a target, these 2 minute highs. So I get in on this candle close, and again I close the position once this candle closes below, just for the position to reverse and then hit my take profit. And again, when you see something like that happen, like when you just get stopped out and that price hits your TP, you're going to be a bit salty. I've been doing this for a while, so I know I shouldn't be, but when you lose 2 trades to start off your funded account, you're going to be a bit bummy, you're going to be a bit sour. But I had good discipline. I accepted that second loss and decided to hop off the charts. And then Tuesday was really no better, man. Like the first Tuesday was, again, it was a no news day, and whenever you have no news, no red folder news, you shouldn't really be trading, because that's when price is going to be the least volatile. That's when these PD arrays are going to get disrespected most. That's when stuff just doesn't really have a rhyme or reason for moving the way it does when you have these no news days. So looking at the 1 minute, again, I can't remember exactly what I took, but I think the first trade of the day I took was in here. I like the fact that we swept this low, swept that low. We had all of this low resistance liquidity here. So I had that marked up. That was a target for the day. I knew eventually this would hit. And I decided to take this 1 minute inverse here, targeting the high of the start of the low resistance liquidity. So again, we close above this gap, we trend up, we don't take this high. So my stop would have went to break even if we took this high here, which would have saved me on this trade, but didn't. We come back into the fair value gap, retest it, start moving back up, and at this point I'm fairly confident in the trade, and then bang, we get this candle here. I close the trade, and I believe that is when the account was blown. So it only took me 3 trades to blow this account. 2 of the trades were decent. One trade was a trade at market open that I just rushed into because I was excited. But the learning lesson from this challenge is simply don't trade no news, no red folder days, because you'll get this sort of sporadic price action. Like, yes, we do eventually hit the target here, but as you can see, we just continue to chop around once we do. And, you know, it sucks that this happened, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad it did because it was a wake-up call. I passed the funded challenge in about 3 weeks. I was feeling super cocky. And, you know, I thought I was the man. So I got checked. I got checked by the market. I think I needed this. I started a new challenge. I'm already up 2% on that challenge. So we're up about 950 bucks. Another 4% to go, and then hopefully we're live again. Spencer has been very busy the past week, so he didn't even take 1 trade on his challenge. So his account is still live. So we're going to try to do some damage on his account. Hopefully I can get funded again soon. But yeah, man, this is part of the game. This is just a wake-up call for me. I'm not going to be salty about losing this account. I'm just going to come back stronger. You can't afford to beat yourself up when shit like this happens, man. And yeah, let's get it. We'll get this second account passed. Spencer's still alive, and we're going to try to put some more videos out there for you. I was a bit hesitant to whether or not I should make this video because I've been talking all this game in the past videos. Oh, payout coming. I know it will come. This is just a small road bump, a small speed bump slowing us down here. And at the end of the day, we're trying to make this channel as transparent as possible. So many people on YouTube, so many people online bullshit. So many of them are con artists. So we will come out. We will show our losses. We will tell you guys when we do blow accounts, and we will basically post our mistakes online. I feel like this is also just a good way to hold myself accountable, is, you know, throwing this stuff out there for the public just so I can really try to, you know, learn from it, learn from my mistakes. And when I make these videos, I feel like it almost feels like a form of journaling for me. I feel like I can come back stronger after posting this online. I can always come back and rewatch it. And yeah, so that's basically it. I might make a couple of videos regarding the trades I took this week, because again, we started a new 50K. We're up about 2% already. We'll see. And yeah, next week we're definitely gonna post a couple of trade recap videos. Spen is gone. He's on vacation for the next week, so I think it's just gonna be me trading. But I'll try to get a couple of videos out. And yeah, man, just keep it moving, and we'll get this done. We'll get this done. We'll get locked in here, and we'll get a couple payouts. I promise.